Greetings, guys, and welcome back to Diamond Dreams. It is your lady, Ms.Z, or ṣunfúnmiláyọ, the lady of the crow, priestess neckbet. Thank you so much for tuning into another video. If you would, please make sure that you like and subscribe and comment down below if this video resonates with you. This is going to be the collective New Year reading for 2022. So if you are interested, stay tuned. Greetings, guys, welcome back. This is part 2 of the New Year reading. So let me just say this because I didn't say this in the beginning. There should be an extended to this reading, to the New Year reading. This will be the first extended reading I've ever done, but I think I want to do an extended reading for the new year, and it's going to include me and my partner both speaking on going into details about the omens, because I really didn't have time to go over the things that I've experienced in 2021 to help you to get really a background story and more information about what's coming in 2022. So if you're interested in that, I will let you guys know when it's available, okay? But yeah, this is part 2, so we're going to do the reading right now. Now, the first thing that's coming to me is this song, and I'm going to post it on my Instagram, but let's just put it like this. A lot of people who... This really deals with relationships. This deals with people who put you down in the past, who thought you wasn't going to be anything. But like I said, even in relationships, you're going to have people from the past that didn't want you in the past, but want you now, okay? I have to say that because I keep hearing back then, didn't want me, now hot, all on me. Okay, so that's what I'm getting with this year coming up. Like, it's going to be one of those instances where they didn't want you in the past, they didn't believe in you in the past, or they wasn't studying you in the past when you were trying to, make them believe you, or make a believer out of them. They're going to be like, I'm going to see a lot of opportunists this year. A lot of opportunists this year that are getting in on your gifts and talents now that you have discovered who it is that you are. Whether this is relationships, old partnerships that you've had, as far as like work relationships and things like that. There's a lot of energy surrounding taking advantage of people, really. But that, like I said, it's not going to surface this year, but essentially I see it. I'm seeing you getting the last laugh, like, you didn't want me then. Look, this is how it comes off. Like this right here. You see how the zebras like kiss my behind? That's how it is. Like you're laughing, like, oh, and it's like they're trying to rush you. When I say that, I mean like you're going to have people coming out of the woodworks or trying to hurry up and find a spot with you, because I see a lot of fame or, a lot of attention getting to you. Because again, you've discovered yourself. You found this gift. But at the same time, you're moving forward. You're like, you had your chance. And, you're just going to be getting the riches. You're going to be getting the rewards. You're going to be getting the love of your life. Whatever it may be, you're going to receive what you actually deserve. And you're going to realize that you didn't need this person or these people in the first place. Okay? So again, with the spiritual calling here, I'm seeing that. And a lot of us are working with a lot of old beings, right? So I'm seeing a lot of understanding who your spirits are, who your ancestors are, who your spirit guides are. I'm seeing a close relationship happening with them, okay? They're talking about a lot of unrest. So a lot of you won't be sleeping a lot this year. When you're sleeping, you're still not going to be sleeping because you're going to be traveling in certain realms during your dream round, okay? Well, I got to do that 2 times. Okay. What's crazy is I'm saying that anything that somebody sends to you is going to go right back to them. All right? It's like a lot of people are not going to see how powerful you are. So it's not going to be... And this, I still turns me back to relationships. There has been a lot of energy surrounding people being ghosted. That's what it's called. Like when you just, you use a person or you build a person up and you're just like, I'm out, or I don't want to talk to you anymore, or, they just stop the conversation. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Like, they don't even want to talk to you anymore, this, that, the third. They block you, this, that, the third. I'm saying that that person is going to experience those same things. So a lot of things that are done to others will be done back to them. So a lot of people are going to be looking themselves in the mirror this year. Okay? Ooh, okay. This year, you know, and I'm working on that too when it comes to miscarriages and, you know, abortions, things like that. I am working on having something set up to where those people can be healed from those situations. But it is going to be a year of getting healing for that, all right? Because I'm seeing a lot of child spirits. Be mindful if you don't want to have children. Be mindful if you don't want to have children, and also make sure that you cleanse if there is a miscarriage. Heal yourself spiritually before going back into something, because I'm seeing some damages being done. This is not just to the mother, but mainly to the mother, but the mother and the father, okay? There needs to be healing done on both parts. There's a lot of doors. A lot of people will be, you know, working on their psychic energy, perceiving things correctly. Let's see what else is going on. Look. Living Goddess. So this really, really speaks to me. But, you know, this is a collective reading, so it applies to everybody. But seeing this means basically like there are some old beings that still live. I didn't want to keep talking about this because I already spoke about it really in the omens, but in the signs, but it's really the same. You know, they're saying the same message. Living Goddess. She still lives, you know. And they reincarnate in certain people. They always do. You know, they survive the test of time. And I'm seeing the connection to the Kemetic science, spirituality, and things like that. But nonetheless, even goddesses from all over the world, you know, it's not even that they're being reborn. They've already been born. They just haven't, you know, it's like trying to wake up inside of you. I don't even know how to explain that, but you guys get where I'm going. Sometimes I have to slow down so I can try to explain things or paint a picture for you. But again, it is owning your power. When this is the main secret to that, you know. And I was going to say this for a class. The main secret to waking up your power is releasing those restrictions and being fearless. Not letting other humans run your gifts or run how you see things. Now, that's not to say that you should be all up in your head, you know, not listening to anything, but essentially it's about being fearless. Like, I have a really old crone spirit, you know, that works with me. So it's like this spirit is going to tell it like it is. So I have to get used to telling it like it is, even though I'm not, you know, in order for this spirit to operate through me, you know. Because I am that spirit is me. So essentially, and this goes in different ways. It's not just about being a goddess, you know, because I know men and females watch this channel, right? Masculine and divine feminine watch this channel. It's about things waking up in you. These powers coming back. You unlocking the dragon that's been asleep for, you know, 20 years, right? And you thought you had all the power, but really you haven't even unlocked it yet. There's going to be a lot of that going on. Look, Phoenix, I don't make this up. Phoenix rising, like it's going to come out. Like, it's just going to come out like a dragon. And this is going to lead you to certain different directions in your life. Mother's milk, yeah. There's been a lot of blending in, you know. And at this point, it's like it's time for you to power up and stand out. I'm seeing a lot of, it's the same message, really. They said you're going to have to stop being so reserved. Stop being so reserved and come out. This year is going to be very challenging for people who hold themselves back, because there really isn't going to be any more of that, or it's not going to be a space for that. It's not going to be a space for being reserved. And you know something with this earthbound, this gives me the energy too that there's a lot of earthbound spirits, okay? And with this being said, whew, my healers have a lot of work to do, but you don't want to be that, right? You don't want to be stuck in this reality. So there's going to be a lot of, you know, elevating, like I said before, elevating to where you see the bigger picture and not getting involved in small things. Not getting in petty arguments. Let's go on to the next thing. So let's look at some major themes here. This is like my grandmother deck, my grandfather and grandmother deck, okay? So let's look at some major themes for the year. I don't know if we're going to be pulling bones or not, because that's an energy. That might be in the extended, right? So let's see. Yeah, people are going to be really careful, have to be really careful when it comes to partners, when it comes to exes. Cleanse yourself from these people, because I see that they don't want you to do well, and they're going to wish certain things upon you. Make sure that you're protecting yourself. If you're with someone that you are not comfortable with, or when I say not comfortable, I mean you haven't been with this person that long, but you're already having relations with them. Make sure that you protect yourself this year. I can't stress that enough, okay? Because whatever demons they got on them is going to transfer to you. And you don't want it to transfer in a way that it gives you something you can't get rid of. Does that make sense? I have to be very blunt in this reading, because Spirit told me that I can't keep doing that. Like, I have to tell it exactly like it is. And that's what it is. It's a lot of spirits, and then some people will impregnate you. And, you know, it's like they got all these energies with them, and it just, that energy stays with you. You end up having to have a bond with these people, you know, that can't even heal their own inner demons. So it's like, be very careful this year, because they're speaking on people sending things, exes sending things to you to keep you attached. They're speaking on being careful with flings this year. So not to say that you can't date, you know, just be careful with flings this year. What are some major things? All right. And she's already showed me this. That's what's funny. Mothers have already shown me this. Selfish mother, you know. So a lot of people are going to be asking for help, petitioning for help, and it's like, I'm not going to give it to you, you know, for things that it's petty. You know, it's really petty. Pettiness is not going to win this year, okay? Major things, this is going to be a lot of, you know, this comes in two ways. There's going to be a lot of broken links, okay? So this is like, you know, people moving on from certain jobs, people moving on from certain attachments. They're like, you're not treating me right. I gotta go. So this is not necessarily a bad thing. The only way this is a bad thing is if it's petty disagreements, you know. Work things out with people. But again, don't get to, let me break that in half. If it comes to somebody dominating you, controlling you, or treating you wrong, break that link. You know, it's going to be broken anyway this year, because it's not going to be tolerated. But when it comes to petty disagreements and things like that amongst your peers, try to work it out, you know. Because like I said, if you petition to have this person spelled, things like that, it's just not going to work, okay? All right, we got a lot to unpack just in this, so I'm just gonna stop there. All right, so again, with the being like aggravated over small things, you have over concern. And this year is going to be a year of minding your business too. Kept secrets, all right? It's going to be a year of keeping things to yourself and not telling everybody what you got going on, so people can plot on you, okay? And you have escape from deceitful woman. Now this just means escape from deceit in general, but I'm seeing, like I said, a lot of people moving away from things of domineering energy or people taking advantage of you. When you see these red flags, pay attention to them, okay? Don't tell people all your secrets too, because that lets people in your circle and in your life. You know, only do that with people that you trust. Don't tell everybody every little thing that's going on with you so they can plot on how to manipulate you, okay? Because it is the person that knows you the best that will try to plot and, you know, do things undercover. As you can see, these are kids escaping from a woman. So this could have been somebody that has taken care of them. This could have been somebody that was watching over them, whatever it may be, right? So it represents the energy of, you know, somebody that you trust. It can be an elder. Just, you know, don't tell all your business this year. And don't be content with disorganization, because they're showing me this energy to where it's like you'll be content in some of the most harsh situations. And that's not a bad thing, but I think they want you to look at what's going on underneath. Because you'll ask why you have problems, and it's like, look at the foundation, okay? Look at the foundation. All right, so they say we're going to be receiving a lot of good news. I see some good things here. Good choices. A lot of people making the right choices in their life. A good future. Fortunate trip. Those are good things. I'm seeing a lot of people helping to build their future. This is going to bring things to a completion for you in a lot of things. And good news means that if you were asking for something, requesting for something, Spirit's going to grant that for you. House, car, you know, whatever it may be, a good job, things like that. There's going to be some good news that happens for you, all right? So it's not all bad. Carefulness. Okay, plans being ruined. All right, so don't look at plans being ruined as a bad thing. Oftentimes this is to protect you, okay? Yeah, you're going to see this as bad news. Like, oh, my plans were ruined. I was trying to go, you know, to Hawaii. I was trying to take a vacation. My plans are ruined. But it's not that, you know. Sometimes doing that can protect you from something that you were going to experience on that trip or wherever you were going. So always reevaluate why something is being postponed for you, okay? Because I'm seeing plans being ruined. All right, I'm not sure if this is due to, you know, what's going on in the world, but it could be that too. All right. There's been a lot of unfairness, so this is where things are going to be corrected. Uncontrolled transformation. Spirit is going to step in when they see unfairness or things not being level this year. So right now we're going to take a look at spirituality. Then we're going to look at finances. Okay. For the year. Okay, what's going to go down in our spirituality? What's going to go down in spirituality, right? Oh, okay. Ooh. Again, people are going to be following their own path. Ooh, okay. There's going to be a lot of businesses, a lot of people providing prescriptions, okay? And with this, we're going to have to be careful when it comes to, it's nothing wrong with this. This is actually a really good thing. But we need to make sure that we're doing our homework, so the things that we're providing and the things that we're offering is something that we've tested ourselves. I see a lot of that. You know, people get an idea and it's like, I'm ready to sell it. Make sure that you test the waters and make sure that it actually works, because I'm seeing there's going to be competition with all these new shops popping up, okay? But it's a good movement, because I see a lot of self-sufficiency, a lot of independent businesses operating from spirituality, or it's going to be stemmed from that. Even if you're not selling spiritual things, it's going to be something that's empowering you, and it's a part of your spiritual journey to own your own business, help people, you know. So that's going to be a lot going on. But when competition comes up, you want to make sure that you are very knowledgeable about what you're selling. So I have to pull a clarifier on this one. I always understand what a blessing is. Sometimes a blessing is a lesson. So they're saying that you're going to receive many blessings this year, but with it going sideways like this, it tells me that it's going to be blessings that you don't think is a blessing for you, okay? Because you're learning. I'm seeing a lot of initiation going on this year. A lot of understanding who you are. A lot of passing of wisdom. Spirit says we're going to have to learn how to meditate, do yoga this year, or, you know, get into your dance rituals. Because I'm hearing something about a faster way to connect. And you know something? They're saying that this is not a big issue this year, you know. They said what they said on that, basically, when it comes to the spiritual dogmas, all those other things that's going on in the world, you know, that's going to be put to an end in a sense, you know, because you can't completely wipe out something that's been going on for so long. But in a sense, it's going to start to, people are going to start waking up to it. So they kind of said what they said on that. The main thing, the message about your spirituality is you just being empowered overall. And that's going to take place in all areas of your life. Because spirituality is not just doing reading. Spirituality is leveling up as a person. Okay, and that's a part of your spiritual journey as well. They say authority, business, rule, taking back your crown. That is what is going to be the theme of spirituality this year. Taking back your crown they try to take from you, or they told you that you got to pay to get it. They're like, you're going to have to understand your bloodline, your royalty, you know. But they say this year we have to still be consistent. Prayers, rituals, this is going to enhance your gifts this year. They say a lot of people are going to be receiving visions. So dream realm, spirit encounters, visions. But the prayers and the rituals is going to help you to better understand that, because it's going to keep that connection with your ancestors. So when you receive these signs, you know what they mean, okay? They say be very careful. And I've already said that, be very careful when listening to other people and doing other people's rituals, right? This is not to say you can't take advice or you can't do like someone else. That's not the problem. But they're saying there's a lot of inexperienced people that are encouraging you to open up some portal or something like that. Something crazy that's going on here. That gives me the energy like you channel a spirit. You've conjured a spirit for better or worse. So some of the things that are being conjured is affecting people negatively. So make sure that whoever you're watching, YouTube or not, that they know what they're doing, okay? Spirit's going to give us some important dates to keep up with as well. And they just speak on protecting yourself. Yeah. I see divine partnerships coming together as well, too, when it comes to spirituality. But they just want you to listen and be perceptive. That's about it on the spirituality. Let's go over the money. All right, so we're going to cover money, and then we're going to get the lasting messages that they're wrapping up. And then, like I said, there should be an extended version of this where we get into more signs that came for this year. All right, so what does Spirit want to tell us about money this year? I do see a lack of commitment when it comes to money, okay? Spirit is saying, you know, this is being avoided, but you're not stuck. You know, you're only holding yourself back, you know, when it comes to certain things that you want to do. It's like the thing that will make you the most money, you might not even do it. Or you'll look around it, or you'll try to get around it because it requires you to be present. It requires you to speak to people, interact with other people, things like that. So we're going to have to get past that fear of whatever it is that's holding us back. That's like you have the perfect song, but you don't want nobody to listen to it. So, and that happens all the time. But it's like you have to let go of that fear, because it's gonna feel like imprisonment this year. That's what they're saying. The middle of the year, things are going to take a shift for those type of people. It's going to take a shift towards the middle of the year, right? So you have, okay, the Emperor and you have the Tower going like this. And I don't normally pay attention to the meanings or whatever, but I just want you to look at how that's going. So this tells me, it's a few messages in this, all right? Okay, so this tells me that there's going to be people who have been in control for a while, because I have to focus on that too. There are some people that already have positions and titles, but it's like they're not taking enough time to slow down, you know, to even get their mind together. Like, it's like, I'm tired of ruling. I'm tired of having to do this. I'm tired of having to do that. I'm tired of having to do, I'm tired of having to manage everything. So there needs to be a balance with that, okay? Because I'm saying that this, and they're telling me it involves more than just work. Like, you may be making the money, you may be taking care of the kids, you may be doing a lot more than what you're supposed to be doing. And I keep seeing that you keep wanting to find more reasons to make money, things like that. So it's like you're going to drive yourself crazy, okay? So you got to balance out your emotions. Balance out that masculine and that feminine energy so that you can focus on, yeah, it's like money is not enough money. And I understand it's not enough. But essentially, it's like, when is it going to be enough? When is it going to be enough for you to take a vacation, settle down, slow down? Because you're going to run yourself crazy. And I see an anxiety attack, or I'm seeing something else to where it's like something, Spirit's going to make you slow down. So don't get to that point, right? You don't want your body reacting or having an overload to where it harms you. Spirit's going to warn you, and Spirit's going to tell you beforehand when you get into that point that you need to slow down, you know? Don't try to keep taking on this, that, the third. Don't keep trying to find 50,000 ways to hustle. Like, sometimes you're gonna have to just take a step back and see where can you cut some energy out, you know, so you can focus on yourself. Some of you are gonna feel like you're not moving forward, even though you want to. Yeah, okay. And I'm seeing some financial drop for some of you as well. But they're saying you're letting your emotions get the best of you. Because the Empress is the next card out. So it's like, there's not, yeah, you're going to have to manifest this year. Those requests will be approved this year. As long as you've been doing right, you got, you know, you can rely on the mother's energy for that, you know. You can definitely put in a request for money. You're probably going to have to. There's going to be some investments that are going to be made. Don't hesitate on it, because I'm seeing some hesitation on certain investments that you got to make. Like, let's say, for instance, you got to have a startup cost for your business, maybe $500, and you don't want to because, you know, you're not going to have that much money left. You need to have faith in whatever it is that you're selling, okay, so that you can make the proper investment so you can get that return. There's going to be a lot of return this year, but you got to have faith that what you put your money in is what you're going to get back. So the people who aren't making any money, you can't be afraid to hustle, okay? You got to be willing to move forward, willing to hustle. because I'm getting the energy that you're going to feel like you need to borrow money from somebody. But before that happens, you know, start this new year off right. Do you a money ritual, okay? Do you a money ritual that's going to set you up for this year. That's going to be important for you. All right, let's get the last messages. All right, I wasn't trying to make this reading that long, but it turned out to be that way anyway, even without bones, so I apologize. But yeah, let's get the last messages that Spirit wants to tell us about the new year. All right. Plan and have a strategy with whatever you do. This is important because we can see how things are going to go. We can stop things ahead of time if they're not going right. So they're talking about planning for trips, saving, things like that, strategy. Strategy is going to be important this year. They say make sure that you're cleansing your home. Your environment is very important. It's where you are when you come home, and you know, it's the place that you are before you leave the, you know, to go out into the world. So it's like prepare yourself at home. Make your home a sanctuary this year. Some of you haven't decorated your houses, and that's important too, you know. I still got to get a welcome mat, you know, so I got to get on my groove too. But it's like, make your house your kingdom, your sanctuary. I don't care if you're renting the space. Do some renovation. Paint the walls. Make it your sanctuary. Because I feel like, you know, out of all the places that you go this year, home is going to be very, very important. So it needs to be cleansed. And don't let people come in your house bringing all that negative energy. They say patience this year is going to be important too. You got to express yourself. We already know that. Speak up. Self-care is important. Pay attention to your spirit animal. Spirit's going to come through animals a lot this year. Cleanse and protect your family. That's an everyday thing. Can we get 2 more cards before we leave this reading? Don't be afraid to put in a spiritual request. But again, know what it is that you are requesting and who from. Now, if it's like some minor issues, I would say take that to the ancestors, you know. They've lived before, so they know what you have gone through, and they're going to be at attention to those type of issues. When you go to a bigger deity or something like that, or you need the energy of the ocean or something, the spirits of nature, you know, it might be something big where you've been suffering from something for a long time, you know. Bring those issues, and that will happen for you. You know, you'll get the healing, or you'll get whatever it is that you need. If somebody's really, really sick, something like that, okay? So make sure, and you can also petition both ancestors and whatever spirit of nature that you work with. They say have patience because it is destiny. That means give offerings to the ancestors, so we can't forget that. Spell work is still going to be active this year too. This is going to keep things consistent for you. Make sure that you're wearing your protective amulets and only speak good things. So they're saying that your mouth, your tongue is going to manifest a lot of things this year. Remember to breathe this year. Don't let things, no matter what it is, get in the way. And I need to ask this one last question. Let me ask this question about and then we can close out this session. Alright guys, so I'm asking how is health going to go this year, okay? I'm not going to get too deep into this, maybe on the extended, alright? But they're saying that we want to be mindful of what we're hearing in the media or what we're being told to do, okay? Because they're saying protect your foundation, be consistent with rituals. This represents, you know, my herbalist, you know, make sure that you contribute to the community, offer your services for people who are sick, because that is something that's going to help people. If you're a healer, make sure that you're offering services there, because they're just talking about being consistent. A lot of people aren't consistent with their health regimen, and your health regimen is not just physical, it's also spiritual, because you know we weaken our immune system when we are on a low vibration. So this is the thing. Be consistent. Do your yoga, do your meditation, take your herbs, things like that. Be consistent and you won't have many problems there. Okay? And the crazy thing is, it just seems like the haters, I don't know how that affects health, but it's showing that something like that would probably lower your immune system more than anything else. I'm seeing deceit in the health industry, okay? And I can't speak too much on that. But all I'm going to say is it says deceit possible. So people being led in the wrong direction. So make sure that you're doing your own homework before you even get to a facility, okay? Do your own homework. Always go if you need to go, but do your own homework so that you know what's going on with you. You know, your body honestly sometimes will tell you what's going on with you. So you want to pay attention to that, okay? I'm seeing a lot of people will be trying to interact this year, okay? Women's fun, and it's not just women, it's anybody. Everybody's trying to have fun. It's like people are going to be ignoring a lot of things this year when it comes to that. Yeah, it's like some feel-good energy. Like they're going to try to make you feel good about certain things, even though they don't know what's going on in the background. You see how it says deceitful woman possible? Like somebody tricking you into something, bribing you, okay? When it comes to health, they're showing some type of bribing. I don't know what it's going to turn into or how it's going to manifest itself, but there's some type of bribing of something. So make sure that you got your head on straight, okay? When it comes to anything that you're being offered. I keep seeing that good parties, like people are just going to be turning up this year. Like they're not going to care about anything that's going on like they've been doing. They ain't really going to be caring about that. I just see people doing whatever it is they want to do. And they say the home is incomplete. So you want to make sure your foundation is your temple, your body. Make sure these things are complete with this organization. Like I said, it's going to be a lot of distraction. So it's going to be like, hey, y'all come and come party. Y'all come do this. Y'all come do that. Make sure you good before you go out, you know. Don't go out there and it's going to be a lot of people who may be sick that may be around you. Okay? And this is where things are going to spread because people are not going to care. They're not going to care about how they are. You know, I could be very sick and still come around you and I don't like you anyway. So why does it matter? You know? So it's like that's how it's going to be when it comes to people and, you know, energies. Energies are not even going to care. Yeah, I'm sick, but, you know, I want to have a good time. Don't you want to have a good time? Like, that's how it is. So just be mindful of that. Because I just see a lot of people just ignoring that. Okay, so that is the reading. I hope you guys enjoy. Again, look out for me bringing up the extended reading. We'll get more into more details. But happy holidays.